Right now, somewhere in the world, a perfectly healthy person is dying. Not from a virus, not from a bullet, from being alone. Loneliness kills at roughly the same rate as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That is not a metaphor. That is a number from a 2015 meta-analysis by Julianne Holt-Lundstad at Brigham Young University across over 3 million people. Social isolation increases your risk of early death by 26%. Feeling lonely bumps that to 29%. Living alone, 32%. Your brain is running software written 300,000 years ago. That software has one iron rule. Separation from the group means death, not metaphorical death. Actual death. A hyena finds you. You freeze. You starve because no one shares the kill. Alone was not a lifestyle. Alone was a countdown timer. So your nervous system built a fire alarm for it. That alarm is called loneliness. John Cacioppo at the University of Chicago found something no one expected. When lonely people were shown images of other humans, the social reward centers responded less. The threat detection centers? Those went haywire. The lonely brain does not see people as comfort. It sees them as danger. Loneliness does not make you want connection. It makes you afraid of it. Your alarm fires. Cortisol floods your body. You scan every conversation for rejection. You misread neutral faces as hostile. You pull back slightly. People sense it. They pull back too. Now you're more isolated than before. The fire alarm set the house on fire. Cacioppo called this the loneliness loop. 52 million years ago, your primate ancestors started forming persistent social bonds. Full, multi-generational groups with alliances that lasted years. Maintaining them was expensive. Your brain literally grew bigger to handle the complexity. Robin Dunbar argues the neocortex expanded primarily to manage social relationships, not to build tools, to keep track of who owes who a favour and whether Karen from the neighbouring tribe can actually be trusted. His famous number, around 150 stable relationships, is the cognitive ceiling of that brain. Your ancestors lived in groups of exactly that size, not by coincidence, by cognitive architecture. So when you feel overwhelmed at a party of strangers, you are not being antisocial. You are a primate whose brain cannot scale past 150. Now back to the dying part. Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA had participants play a video game. Mid-game, the other players stopped passing the ball to them. The subjects reported genuine hurt. Their brain scans lit up in the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, the same region that processes physical pain. Getting excluded from a game activates the same circuitry as dropping a hammer on your foot. Evolution decided social pain and physical pain were important enough to share a neural address, because for most of human history they were equally dangerous. Loneliness also rewrites your gene expression. Steve Cole at UCLA found that lonely people show increased inflammation genes and decreased antiviral defenses. Your immune system is reading your social life and placing biological bets. For millions of people right now, it is betting wrong. Loneliness rates have doubled in the United States since the 1980s. Around 58% of Americans feel like no one knows them well. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy declared it a public health epidemic in 2023. Not a feeling, an epidemic. The cruel irony, we have never been more connected. Billions of social media users, video calls across continents in seconds. The loneliness numbers keep climbing. Your brain does not count likes. It counts the number of people who would notice if you disappeared. Before Cacioppo died in 2018, he found that recovery from loneliness had nothing to do with being around more people. It came down to whether those interactions felt safe. A stranger making real eye contact. A friend who remembered something you said weeks ago. Those moments dial the threat system down. The antidote is not quantity. It is perceived safety within connection. The most powerful thing you can do for a lonely person is not invite them to a party. It is to make them feel seen in one small moment. 52 million years ago, everyone knew your face. You were never just a username. You existed fully in the memory of the people around you. That is the baseline your nervous system is always trying to return to. Tonight, you will scroll through hundreds of faces. None of them will know you're there. Your cortisol will tick upward, your sleep will get slightly worse, and you will feel, vaguely and inexplicably, like something is missing. Something is. The same thing that has always been missing when you're separated from the group. The fire alarm is going off, and this time, the house actually might be on fire.